Welcome back to Brad Miller time. This week we're going to take a look at some of the guys' superstitions. Hockey players have a lot of weird things going on, so we'll take a look at that. And Mario Lamoureux is mysteriously missing. God knows where the guy is, but we're going to try and figure out if we can see where he is. And big news today, special guest in the house, former Fighting Sioux defenseman from Alpharetta, Georgia, and founder of the show, Brad Miller!
Oh my God, it's him! Loud noises!
Brad, great to have you back on the show. You had an appearance earlier in the year, but nonetheless, always great to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Hopefully better than the last one you guys threw me out. So.
That needed to be done. We'll get some time to talk with you later, but for now we're going to go and take a look at some guys' superstitions. But why don't you first tell us, where do you think that shady character Mario Lamoureux is today? Why he's not at the show?
I don't know. He called me earlier, asked me to come on and fill in. I thought I saw his car pulling into one of the girls' dorms, but he drives a pretty unnoticeable car, so I don't know.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me one bit. We might have to investigate a little further, but let's go meet up with some of the guys and see what they have to say.
Let's do it. All right, well, it's good to be back here. I'm with one of my favorites, Brad Malone, the redhead, and we're just going to talk to him about his superstitions around the rink and what he does to prepare for games. And why don't you tell us a little bit?
Mills, I'm a pretty low-key guy. Kind of try to stay under the radar, but get to the rink, usually take my suit off first come first. Obviously try to get my clothes in the same spot every time. Put my socks in my shoes. Usually probably have like one piece of fruit. And then after that, meetings, and then go have a snack with Dan in the lounge, talk about life for about 20 minutes. The kid's kind of unstable, so he needs someone like me to ease his mind before the game. And then other than that, I just do some things to warm up past the Gregs. Always tap the horseshoe above the clock. A couple handshakes with Mac and Pointer and Ides, and other than that, it's just kind of it's kind of a routine more than superstitions, I'd say.
That's a good word for it. I remember I would always try and get the steel hangers back in the back. Yeah. I would always hide a couple steel hangers because I don't like the wood ones. So, where do you think Mario's at these days?
Maybe he's tanning. But that's also, it's still bright out, so I doubt he'd be going there until it's like 10 o'clock when no one knows he's there. So I'd have to say maybe getting his eyebrows plucked, because I don't know if he has any.
Well, you can't really tell. The color of his hair looks like the color of his skin, so it's kind of difficult to tell. But
I think that's why he tans, so it looks like they're a little brighter. I think that's it.
Well, we'll have to check those places. Maybe he'll be there.
That's that's neither here nor there. But if you want to do that, it's up to you.
It's well said.
We're joined now by freshman weirdo Dan Christo. Guy has so many superstitions, you had to write them down on a piece of paper, or maybe that's just because he's not very bright and can't remember them all. We're not sure. But Dan, why don't you go ahead and tell us what your superstitions are?
Well, I tried to make this brief because I didn't want to bore everyone, but
thank you.
I think first of all, I come to the rink on the Fridays. I like to cut my fingernails. I like to get them real short, get the burn in my gloves. I like to sweat. I think I feel the puck a little bit better. In the same place, I think we all do that. We all kind of know our little spot over there. And I have to have my graham crackers and milk. This is tough sometimes on the road. If we don't have refrigerators, I gotta ice the milk all weekend. I gotta interchange it throughout the whole. Kind of cheer him up about his red hair and stuff like that. He sometimes tries to say I have red hair, but I think I'm more of a strawberry blonde. Usually, always start getting ready at the 52-minute mark. A wig of coffee, not a cup. Sometimes it can be Mario's because he sits next to me in the stall. Then I head on the ice and prepare for a Sioux victory.
Thanks for thoroughly boring us, Dan. So now that we got some of that weird stuff out of the way, the graham cracker one's a good one though. But tell us, you sit next to Mario here, drink his coffee. Where on earth could this guy be? Nobody knows. Where do you think he could be?
Yeah, as Pony did say, it's around 5 o'clock. Other people had other ideas, but I think Mario's a classy guy, a guy on the team I can look up to, and he's trying to lead me in the right direction. And I think Wednesday today, coming up on the weekend, I think Mario right now he's preparing for a date. I think just the type of guy that Mario is, and hopefully I'll become one of those guys someday.
You speak very highly of Mario, and an upstanding citizen and gentleman like himself. Why not? Good to have you on the show, Dan.
Thanks, Brett.
All right, we're here with Evan Trupp, and we were talking a little earlier, and he's got a nice superstition where we started it last year actually, and it ended in disaster. And what happened? What happened was myself, Malone, and Trupp went to Walmart and got some Velcro shoes. As you can see, these are Malone's. Those are Trupp's right there. I didn't wear mine today. I usually save mine for occasions, weddings, anniversaries, stuff like that. But Trupp has been nice enough to come on the show. What happened last year, Trupp?
Well, I like to start off by saying rest in peace to the Crows. We call them Crows because they're Velcro shoes. We had an incident last year where our roommate, Matt Fratton, thought it'd be funny to put our crows in the oven. And,
Just to hide them, though.
Just to hide them.
From us.
And because he doesn't like the crows. I don't know why. But Ben Blood came over, and he was planning on making lasagna, but we didn't know this. So he comes in and starts the oven without any of us knowing, and I think you know where it goes from there.
Next thing we know, the kitchen's up in flames, and we're running out the front door. And neither of them offered to pay for our crows. Just this last week, we went to Walmart and got a couple new pairs, and life has really improved since then, I think.
Yeah, they're back in action, and I've had a smile on my face ever since.
As you can see, you could wear yours with suits. Don't be surprised if you see Trupp walking in the rink this weekend wearing a pair of crows.
Don't be surprised.
Where do you think Mario Lamoureux is since he's not here today for the show?
That guy, I don't know. That guy's the shadiest guy on our team by far. He jetted out of here pretty quick after practice. I think he was the first guy out. I don't even know if he showered. That's how greasy he is. My guess is he's at some broad's dorm, apartment, or he's, I don't know. Sometimes he goes home and eats his home-cooked meals, but he doesn't invite any of the boys.
It seems like everyone seems to think Mars is at the same place, so thanks for your input, Trupp.
No problem.
All right, here we are with Brad Miller, who I was fortunate enough to have as a co-host this week because of the absence of Mario Lamoureux, whatever he's doing. We can't be sure. But Mills, why don't you tell the fans a little bit about how the year's gone, what you've been doing since you left UND?
I started out down in Texas with the AHL team, Texas Stars. Went to training camp there, and unfortunately didn't make that team, so went to the East Coast League with the Idaho Steelheads, and had kind of an injury-plagued season, battled a bunch of injuries, and the last one was season-ending, so I'm back here doing rehab and working out, and just here for summer, looking forward to next season.
Well, it's certainly good to have you back, and have you been watching the show at all this year?
Yeah, I try and catch all the episodes. I think you guys are doing a nice job, and you're lucky to have a lot of great guests and a lot of good things to put on the show, and it's fun to watch, I think.
What are some of the criticisms you have? Being a founder of the show, a guy who was with it, from the beginning. You saw the direction of the show, where it went, where it's been. How do you like the direction of the show, and what are your criticisms?
A lot of people come up to me and say, it's not the same, and I disagree. I think it's maybe I agree. I think it's not the same, but it's just as good. I wouldn't say it's better, but I think you guys do a nice job. I think losing Marty hurts because his writing was top notch. But you guys have a lot more access. I think you are able to get to things that I could never get to, and because people know more about the show. So I think you guys are lucky to have all the access you have.
Well, Brad, it was great having you back on your own show. Your second appearance in season 2. Hopefully, get appearances 3 and 4 coming up. Who knows? If Mario's not here, might need you back. One note. Whiteout this weekend. Wear your white shirts. Towels, I believe, will be in all the seats. Let's get this building rocking this weekend. Huge series. Last home series of the year. So wear white, wave those towels, and let's get the building, blow the roof off it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.